Hey everyone, this is Scott from startmedia.com, and in this video I'm just here to answer one simple question, and it's whether or not you should upgrade to Social Warfare Pro. I did a whole video review on Social Warfare Pro, and a lot of you probably just don't need to watch that right now if you're trying to decide whether you want to buy this plugin. It is a good plugin. The only other one that I would rank higher than it is NovaShare, but even then, this is definitely my secondary highest rated share button plugin for WordPress. When you're deciding whether you should upgrade or not, it's kind of the cost benefit of what it provides to you. So what you're basically paying for is you're getting a lot more share buttons. You go from the 5 that you get in the free version to, I think it's like 30 or so over here. And they are very useful. You get a lot of flexibility too. In addition to share buttons, you get the ability to modify the style of the buttons. The default style definitely doesn't fit all brands, especially if you're going for a non-very colorful bloggy scheme that they normally fit. You can modify them to look like this, which looks very nice and modern, and they're very simplistic, which can fit a lot of decent designs. You can change if you want buttons to be emphasized or not, particularly your first 2 social networks, which are honestly the most important. Those 2, of course, being Facebook and Twitter, because Google can't figure out their 16th Google Plus variation that they want to come up with. And it works very well. The plugin just works. You can modify things in a matter of time. You could turn them on or off. It has great ways to restore share counts that may have been lost. Easy levels of flexibility. You can modify, like, do something like this. And well, let's do that. And now you have an entirely different looking share buttons. They look nothing like they did just a couple of seconds ago. And you can modify, obviously, whether you want them to be emphasized or not. And you're just paying for really the flexibility in the additional share counts. At the end of the day of that 30-minute video, you're trying to decide whether you need the other social networks and you need the flexibility. So here's the thing. If you're not a developer and you just want to style them so that they fit your brand a little bit better, and they have a lot of extra styles in there. They all look pretty good, even these weird 3D looking ones. This is probably a good option for you because it's going to take you more time than it's probably worth for you to learn the customization via CSS and to try and work out the kinks. And then the other thing that you're not going to be able to add, honestly, is the share buttons. The default share buttons are Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, only the Pinterest share button at the bottom, not over images, and Mix.com. With this, you get Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Blogger, Viber, WhatsApp. Then you get a More button too, and that More button just opens up to all the buttons. And it looks great. It honestly does. That's kind of a weird bug right there. No refer. Looks like it's the Twitter one. No, it's Telegram. It's the Telegram button. You get a lot of options, and it looks great. That's really what you're trying to argue with. As far as value, the value is there. $29 a year. It's really cheap, especially when you're comparing to something like Yoast SEO Premium, which is $89 a year. This is a pretty good deal. If you have, though, multiple websites, and I'm talking about like 5 or so, and you're trying to decide whether you want to upgrade this, personally, you'd be better off getting NovaShare, which I did cover. I'll put it in the eye. And the reason I say that is it's just cheaper. It's honestly just cheaper. You get some different styles. They're not going to look like this, but it is cheaper when you have a lot of websites that you're managing or own compared to Social Warfare. I think the cost is like 50% for the unlimited license in comparison to Social Warfare. But if you just have one website and you're strictly going off of the share button count and the styling count, this is probably your best option, and it's worth the $20 a year. I know many bloggers who I work with and I worked with in the past who did just spring for it solely for the additional buttons, particularly the recipe bloggers who use Yumly. Yumly is a very important share network for them, and you don't get that in a lot of even the other premium options. So I would recommend this to somebody who has 1 or 2 sites maybe. You're just looking for extra styling flexibility in the option for more share buttons. You can't go wrong with social warfare from a performance point of view. It's not as fast as NovaShare, but it certainly isn't slow. Especially if you were previously using something like share this, add to any, or share this. If you have a specific question to help and you need help trying to make up your mind, please ask in the comments below and I'll try to help you. But otherwise, please make sure to like the video and subscribe.